If you are secretly thinking that retirement is going to be your silver bullet and is going to rescue you from years of bad money management, you're not alone, but you're wrong. The real talk that you should be hearing and telling yourself is that retirement is simply going to magnify all of the things you should have been doing all along. For us women over 40, looking at our retirement numbers, some of us just bury our heads in the sand. I've got people in my life that don't even go to the Social Security website to get an idea of how much money they may get at certain ages to help them figure out what their income is going to be. But the real thing is, you cannot outrun money problems with a retirement plan. It's not the silver bullet that's going to solve everything for you. So let's fix this together. Let's fix the root and make a better dream for tomorrow. I had to stop pretending that just because I had a plan that retirement was going to be available and the lifestyle that I always dreamed of. Just because I'm putting a little bit away every paycheck doesn't mean the money is going to pile up and be enough to support what the younger me was envisioning would be my fun, adventurous retirement. If you're over 40 and you too are feeling that your retirement may not be as beefy as you thought it should be, there's some things we can start doing now, regardless of your age, to readjust and realign. It's not over. We're all going to get to retirement. It's just a matter of what our expectations are and what our actual needs will really be when we get to that point. Retirement is not going to fix our poor spending habits, our debt avoidance, our lack of planning. It's not. We've got to face that now. This is how I started facing that winning the lottery was not my retirement plan, that I had to do some real world, real adulting, real gen sort of things to get there. First thing I did was I realized, well, first thing I did, but my wake up call was that I realized that my retirement was on my shoulders only. Now, I do have a husband now, but in my early 40s, when this realization hit, I did not, nor did I count on eventually marrying for money or winning the lottery. Well, kind of wanted to win the lottery, but neither here nor there. I knew statistically it was not going to work in my favor. So I got real about it and realized that I could not outrun my bad money skills simply by holding my breath and putting a little bit away. I didn't even know what a little bit was going to do. The fantasy that the future me was going to just naturally be better at this was in my 40s. The future me was here. I didn't have time to wait for the future Jen of her 50s or her 60s or, God forbid, her 70s, because by then it's not too late, but the years of opportunity ahead of me are greatly diminished. So in my 40s, I got serious. I got scared. I got motivated, and I started learning more about what I needed to do. It's not too late for any of us. I don't care what your age is. One of the first things I had to do, besides saying I have to stop thinking I'll figure it out later, was I had to get real about my money. I had to figure out how much I actually made on average, how much I needed to live as a human being, needing shelter, utilities, basic clothing, food, those things, what my bills were. And did it make sense to have these self-imposed shackles of credit card debts and car notes and things? What would my life look like if I didn't have those? Did some dreamcasting, figured out what I needed, what I had left over to attack the debt. I needed that in my rearview mirror, because the best, the most ferocious money-making tool that we have is our income. And if we're spending it on things outside of what our dreams are and what our goals are, then we're just simply laughing at our own faces saying, you don't deserve those things. You're not adult enough now to let your future self have them. And that's ridiculous. Period. Ridiculous. So in my 40s, I had no idea what realistically I thought my retirement years were going to look like, what my lifestyle was going to be, because we're different people at every decade of our lives. Now that I'm in my later 50s, I have more of a vision of what I truly think the cadence, the quality of life, the activities are going to be in my retirement. And they're definitely not what my 40 or my 30s or my 20s thought. We don't need $1 million. We need to figure out where we want to go, what that's going to look like, and a good estimate of what that's going to cost us every month. The retirement money that we set aside now needs to be more aggressive the older we get if we are making up for time in our past that we did not tend to this particular financial garden. That's the reality of it. For us that are over 40, more motivated state to get our retirement where we want it to be, then we're going to have to be a bit more assertive with it. We're going to have to be a bit more strategic. But for those of us who are trying to make up for some lost time, some wasted youth, yes, we have to be more assertive. But you have to start. Retirement ain't going to save you. Matter of fact, it's just simply a road sign on the highway of life that we're going to blow past, like menopause. It's forever. But you've got to get started. You've got to develop a plan. We ladies over 40 into our 50s and 60s, it's not too late to start if you haven't even started, but you got to start now. You got to get motivated. So check the description. I've got some worksheets. I've got some freebies. I've also got some other items that are in my Amazon area, bring you content. But honestly, this is a journey that I'm on, and I'm just simply sharing my story with all of y'all, hoping this will help you too. So when you need some more straight talk about your finances or your goal setting or your personal exploration and development, come on back. I've got lots more I plan to share with y'all. Make sure that you leave comments and let me know how it's going. If you need some encouragement or a couple of questions, don't mind that at all. But the community, ladies, men too, because I know you're out there needing some guidance too. And I know I'm just a girl, but we've all got this road to hoe. So let's get to work and get it done.